Hey everyone! Today we're diving into some intriguing political maneuvers involving Indiana and Illinois. This is a story that's got everyone talking, and for good reason. Yes, you heard that right. Indiana is making some bold moves that could shake things up in a big way. First up, let's talk about Indiana's bold move. This isn't just a minor tweak, it's a significant political maneuver. The Indiana legislature recently passed a bill to create something called the Indiana-Illinois Boundary Adjustment Commission. This commission is tasked with exploring the feasibility of adjusting the border between the two states. This commission's job is to explore the wild idea of adjusting the border between Indiana and Illinois. Sounds pretty dramatic, right? But there's more to it than just drawing new lines on a map. Indiana Governor Mike Braun is all set to sign this bill, and the commission's first meeting has a deadline set for September 1st, 2025. This gives them a limited time to come up with a comprehensive plan. But hang on, what does Illinois think about all this? The reaction from Illinois has been less than enthusiastic. Well, Illinois Governor J.B. Pritzker isn't too thrilled. He's actually called the whole thing a stunt, dismissing it as a political maneuver rather than a serious proposal. He's actually called the whole thing a stunt. This skepticism isn't surprising given the complexities involved. And just to add another layer of complexity, any border changes would need the green light from both the Illinois government and the U.S. Congress. This isn't something that can be done unilaterally, so it's not just a simple case of drawing a new line on the map. There are legal, political, and logistical hurdles to overcome. Now, why is this happening? What's driving this bold move by Indiana? It turns out that some counties in Illinois want to break away from the Chicago area. These counties feel underrepresented and neglected by the state government. Over the past 5 years, 33 Illinois counties have voted in favor of considering separation from Cook County, which is where Chicago is. This is a significant number and shows a growing discontent. They're not necessarily looking to join Indiana, but they're definitely fed up with their current political situation. The idea of adjusting the border is more about seeking better representation and governance. This move is largely driven by the political divide between the Democrat-controlled Chicago area and the more Republican-leaning parts of Illinois. This political tension has been brewing for years. Let's get a bit historical for a moment. While minor border tweaks have happened about 50 times in U.S. history, major changes are super rare. This context is important to understand the gravity of the situation. While minor border tweaks have happened about 50 times in U.S. history, major changes are super rare. In fact, the last big one was when West Virginia separated from Virginia during the Civil War. In fact, the last big one was when West Virginia separated from Virginia during the Civil War. This was a monumental event with lasting implications, so if this border adjustment actually happens, it would be a pretty big deal. It would be one of the most significant state border changes in modern U.S. history. Interestingly, Indiana isn't the only state with such ambitions. There's a similar movement going on in Oregon where some counties want to join Idaho. This shows a broader trend of regional discontent. There's a similar movement going on in Oregon where some counties want to join Idaho. Idaho's House approved a measure to discuss this 2 years ago, but it hasn't moved forward much in Oregon. Idaho's House approved a measure to discuss this 2 years ago, but it hasn't moved forward much in Oregon. So, what's next? The future of these movements is uncertain, but they are definitely worth watching. The Indiana-Illinois Boundary Adjustment Commission will have to get to work by September 1st, and we'll all be watching closely to see what happens. This deadline is crucial for the commission to present its findings and recommendations. Will this bold move pay off, or will it remain just another political stunt? Only time will tell. The stakes are high, and the outcome could have far-reaching implications. That's it for today, folks. Thanks for tuning in. Make sure to hit that like button if you found this interesting, and don't forget to subscribe for more updates on this and other political stories. Your support helps us bring you more in-depth analysis and coverage. Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Do you think this border adjustment will actually happen? What are your predictions? I'd love to hear your opinions. Your insights and perspectives are valuable to us. Until next time, stay informed. Keep an eye on this story as it develops.